second hour of alone, I went to see a movie at the cinema. It was called Jackie, and it was mostly a Dutch film. So the characters spoke in Dutch with no English subtitles. There were some English parts in the movie, and when there was English, there was Dutch subtitles, but for the most part, the characters spoke in Dutch. I know this may not seem like a really risky hour alone, but it does match well with my competencies. One of my competencies was to apply new ideas to broader context, and the other one was to work independently. And I think I said this in the other one, but being by myself was enough to put me out of my comfort zone. So when I went to the movies, I was completely in the theater all by myself. It was extremely creepy, but it wasn't that bad after a while. When I went to the theater, I asked the lady if there were any movies playing in Dutch. I looked up a couple of movies before I went just to see if any were playing at the time, but I wasn't sure if any of them would be in Dutch. And I wanted to see a Dutch movie just to see if I could understand what was going on based off body language and facial expressions and things like that. And this is related to students in the Dutch system and how they learn English through television and other media sources. A large part of what they learn comes from what they see on TV or in movies, which is of course connected to the learning that they receive in the classroom. But I wanted to see just how it would be trying to figure out and understand this movie that was in a completely different language that I did not understand at all. It was difficult at times to understand what was going on, just based off what exactly is being said, and that was hard. But I could understand emotions, when emotions would change, and I could get with the actions and stuff, like certain things that was going on. For example, one of the daughters in the movie, she ended up quitting her job. That part was completely in Dutch, but I understood it based off the actions that were going on. And then the other one, see, I'm not sure if she actually left her husband or if she was going to, but it was implied to me that she was going to leave her husband. It was actually a really strange movie. The two girls, they go to America. They're from Holland, and they go to America to care for their mother, who they had never met. She gave them up at birth, and they were raised by two gay men their whole lives. But in the movie, they want to go help their mother. She was in a really bad accident, and they had to get her from the hospital to the rehab center. And they thought it would be just a quick little trip to America, drop their mother off, and turn back around. It turned out to be a lot longer than they expected, because their mother couldn't fly, so they had to do this journey across America in the mother's RV. And along the way, they learned a lot about themselves and about their mother. But at the end of the movie, the lady turned out not to be their real mother. She had stolen someone's wallet with their birth certificate in it. So that's how the hospital got their names and called them. Yeah, I don't know. It was weird, but it was interesting to see how I was able to understand what was going on, even though it was in a different language. So that's why I chose to go and see a Dutch movie. That's all.